Looking at you, Bethesda. If you are a game developer and you force me to kill wolves and you have them make sad puppy noises, I'd be killing you. See, this never happens in Spider Solitaire for Windows. No, my mom was correct. I play too many violent video games and now I'm going to eradicate the local wolf population. That's just how it is. She, on the other hand, is going to take a knife to a deck of cards because she has to definitely kill him. Man, honestly though, I really hate that they make sad puppy noises. I know they're big dogs, but still, it hurts my little heart. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo and today we are looking at r/Tumblr, a subreddit dedicated to posts that managed to escape the quarantine ward that we all left years ago. You know, tumblr.com. Let's just get right into it. Shout out to the guy in charge of the train station at my hometown who doesn't limit himself to announcing trains, but also comments on interesting birds he sees on the platform. He gives completely unofficial weather reports on what he thinks the day is going to be like. Refers to very crowded trains as friendly trains. Regularly congratulates everyone on having gotten up on time on Monday mornings. Basically seems to use the noise system to amuse himself and try and brighten up everyone's morning commute. Refers to himself as the Fat Controller. What magical land do you live in where there's something other than a robot in charge of train announcing? Yeah, I would love that. Whenever I'm down in Boston, it just feels so sad, like, the train to Braintree is leaving in 5 minutes. Now, give me the Fat Controller. Straight up, just give me the Fat Controller. That's all I'm after. If you've heard of Writer's Block, get ready for Reader's Block. You want to read. You have time. You know what to read. You have a pile of books to read. You cannot sit still and focus enough to do so. Or you can't even open the book. Yeah, no, this is exceedingly real. I've been having this with video games. I sit down with my friends to stream something for them when, we'll just sitting in Discord, and I just have no will to play a game. I don't know what it is. It's so weird, but it's like, I'm perfectly content, I'm having a good day, I'm working on 100%ing Psychonauts 2, and it's just like, nah, I just can't bring myself to play. If only there was a way to repay you for what you've done. You could give us some supplies and money. Essential workers with everyone calling them heroes while they work for minimum wage through a pandemic. Look, I'm not saying calling you heroes was to placate the rising unrest of working through a pandemic. I'm just saying that would be the wisest move to keep people complacent and working in a pandemic. It's a weird concept, but in reality, it's just marketing fluff to keep people content with terrible conditions. Demand more. Mr. Wayne, have you heard of the popular internet jokes about you dating Batman? Yes, I've heard of them. If I was going to date any superhero, it'd be Superman, and not an overdramatic furry. Clark Kent suddenly there breathless. Mr. Wayne, could you elaborate on your desire to date Superman? Honestly, the concept of superheroes dating is always funny because then do the alter egos that they disguise themselves as date? Or do they consider the superheroes the alter egos? It's a weird concept, but it's also exceedingly funny because it's like that weird dating show where they use prosthetics to make everyone ugly as sin, and then you have to choose your favorite goblin of the goblin hole. It is comical, and it has the same feeling as this. Still trying to come to terms with the fact that I'll never be a librarian who can speak a dead language and be recruited by a roguish but handsome explorer for a quest to lift the curse and save the world. Because of the pandemic travel restrictions? Because of the pandemic travel restrictions. I always have to question in Indiana Jones where he's always I'm a college professor, but also I got some whip skills. What was Indy doing to develop those whip skills? Straight up. And also, why does he keep finding librarians that can speak a dead language? I always question it because it never makes any sense to me, you know what I mean? Why are there just so many dead language speaking librarians? Your man doesn't have the mental strength to caramelize onions. Your man thinks it takes 5 to 10 minutes to caramelize onions. Who's freaking caramelizing onions? Have you sociopaths forgotten that apples exist? Do you think caramelizing onions is putting caramel on onions? Your man thinks caramelizing onions means putting caramel on onions. Look, caramelizing onions is delicious. Caramel on onions sounds like it's against the laws of the Geneva Convention. That is vile. That is actually illegal. I'm calling the police as we speak. We need uninfluencers. We need uninfluencer culture. We need people that tank the value of brands and make things terminally uncool by just associating with them. How do we boil this site down to its very essence and spread it like a viral disease? I hope we never do that to Tumblr, because there's a lot on Tumblr that really should not have left. Unfortunately, it didn't. It went to Twitter. But yeah, no, I am on board with this idea. But I think we already have uninfluencers. They're called like our parents. They are called our parents. You know what I mean? Like whenever a boomer gets something and it used to be cool, and then it immediately ceases being cool, that's what I'm talking about. You know, Pokemon Go to the polls. Killed Pokemon Go's popularity for a little bit. Not too much, but you know, it dragged it down. Stuff like that. We just need the people above like the age of 50 to start getting into like Jake Paul, and then his audience just collapses. That's how it works. Oh, you're an artist, I can tell. And you work at a bank? The total opposite of a creative environment. Does that just eat you up inside? Does that just kill you? Does it? Oh, holy shit. I'm pretty sure I met an IRL Disney villain at my job a few weeks ago. I hate people like this. This happened at Best Buy, actually. Or rather, this happened when I used to work retail. Like, someone was just like, oh, you know a lot about video games. I was like, yeah, I went to college to make art for them. And then she just looks at me and goes, then why are you here? And I was like, well, gee, Becky, I don't know. Maybe it's a highly competitive industry. Like, it's butts. It's absolute butts. The relatable older Gen Z memory, when all the projectors and whiteboards got replaced by smart boards around like the 5th grade and none of the teachers knew how to use them, but they had to use them, otherwise the school just wasted a bunch of money and it was a really weird transition. In addition, when they calibrated the board by pressing the dots, everyone in class lost their mind. You see, I'm on like the cusp between generations. I actually have this memory, but I don't have it in 5th grade. I've got it at the start of high school. And it was the same thing then, and it was fantastic. I loved those smart boards. I thought they were the coolest shit. Like, it was so neat. And honestly, I am sad. I am sad that I didn't get to watch the awkward transition because all of my teachers just used them as a normal whiteboard with markers. The only Undertale movie that got released, and the only reason I found out was because my friend sent me a message in all caps telling me Addison Rae was Metaton. Wait, the Undertale movie got released? Oh, no, okay. 3 brain cells just looked at the blog's URL one time I dreamt. That would be comical? I would actually not hate a well-done Undertale movie. You know, it's got a good theme of friendship. But also, I would love to see what kind of nightmare a professional, like, CG company comes up with when they make Omega Flowey. I want to see what that looks like, you know? At this point, every round mammal is a hamster to me. Cocoa nut. I think we both have different definitions of what a mammal is, but I can't say I disagree with you. Has hair. Give milk. This has the same energy as right wife, life good, wife fight, kill wife, wife gone, regret. It has the same energy, and I love that. I love that this has caveman energy. The only ethical Overwatch content you are allowed to watch is the confusingly high-quality 3D model porn people make. Okay, man. So here's the thing. As a denizen of the internet, a lot of people used to use Source Filmmaker, which used a modified version of TF2's engine to make that kind of thing. Because it did auto inverse kinematics and a bunch of other really nice stuff. When Overwatch came out, we got to watch the transition from these Source Filmmaker artists as they all collectively learned Blender to up the quality dramatically. And to this day, it is the funniest thing that the internet had to watch a bunch of Rule 34 artists learn like proper 3D modeling software like for rendering and animation, and just all of a sudden the quality jump. It was hilarious. I wonder if it's gonna happen when they all learn Unreal 5. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be great. Today I learned of the idiot plot, a term popularized by film critic Roger Ebert, who defines it as any plot containing problems that would be solved instantly if all of the characters were not idiots. No, that's Konosuba in a nutshell. Man, there's another season coming out. I can't wait. I love Konosuba. It is probably one of my favorite animes because everyone is an idiot, but it keeps working out. Like, it's so dumb. It's so incredibly dumb. But also, simultaneously, the movie slapped, and I just need more. There's something very funny to me about the group Tumblr decides to embrace. We chase off major celebrities and personalities and show open and mitigated hatred for the people running the space, but we welcome the literal Occupational Safety and Health Administration with open arms. And I know why this is the case, but it's still very funny. We truly cannot be marketed or advertised to because we will shun the corporation and burn the influencer at the stake, but we go frickin' nuts for workplace safety memes. Ooh, you made the critical mistake. You just said that you are unable to be marketed or advertised to. It's not that you can't be, it's that someone's just not doing it right. Whenever you think that you are immune to advertisements, that's when an advertisement gets you. Unfortunately, marketing is psychological warfare. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, maybe share this with a friend who could use some, there's a little update on what's going on Tumblr. Spoiler, nothing good. If you do want more, r/Tumblr, there'll be another one popping up in just a couple of seconds, but until then, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.